Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Dirty Angels, a movie about a group of SEAL Team 6 like women who are going to take on the terrorists because they're women. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy Heart in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 16 available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. From the director of Casino Royale, that's the good Daniel Craig movie, isn't it? So it does look very girl bossy. I'm going to warn you right in advance. But I will say this: they have at least an explanation of why it's all women, because there's a line in the trailer. If the group isn't at least 60% women, we can't go in undercover as, I think he said NGO or something. You know, one of those international groups that goes in there and helps people, but really they're all spies and murderers and killers, and they're there to kill the terrorists. So yeah. Yeah, I don't, look. Tough girl stuff, it only works so well. It only works so well. Here's the scene. As you can see, it's just kind of funny. This still woman in a burqa. She's gonna kick ass now. You know, I. It's not that I don't think women can't fight to a certain extent. It's just that they're all women. Like they're 100% women. And then they're all against the terrorists. So if you could suspend your disbelief for this, maybe. And then they call them dirty angels. Which kind of like, okay, yeah, we could do it just like the men. Oh, what's your group called? Dirty Angels. No, we're doing it for ourselves. What's your group called? Girly Sister Task Force. It's like, yeah. I mean, guys call their groups Rogue Squadron 1 and Force 10 from Navarone. You call yourself Dirty Angels. It kind of implies something a little lighter. I'm just saying. And the burqa thing is freaking hilarious. I mean, you could have sent guys in if people are going to be in burqas. What the heck can you see in that? Unless he pees standing up. No one's going to know he's in a burqa. But anyhow, this is the deal. This is the deal this December. There's the explosive expert. They're all so jaded and sad, right? That's their deal. They're all very serious women. Yeah, like, it's hard to get past that in a movie when it's all women. It's not a single man in the squad. So okay, first act, they rescue the lead girl from a terrorist thing, but she toughs it out, nearly survives on her own. But some people get killed in the rescue. Then they tell her, "Well, we need you again." I don't know, Smith or Smitty or whatever her nickname's gonna be, Taylor, Rodriguez, whatever. Hey, we need you to lead a squadron. I don't know if I can do it anymore. It's war. So yeah, we need you because it has to be women. So yeah, they go in undercover to save these other kidnapped girls that the Taliban kidnapped or something. And there's artificial time limits, there's a sword fight. I mean, pretty much everything in a regular movie that, would be guys. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably watch it. I'd probably laugh at it, but I'd probably watch it. It's just not as realistic as if it's meant. It's just not to me. That's no shade against anyone who's female, who's in the military and whatever. I'm sure they could kick my ass. I'm sure. I'm sure my 58-year-old fat wobbly butt isn't going to stand up to a female Marine. Okay? There. Yeah, happy. But I don't it just from a movie standpoint, it looks kind of hot. And you could say, "Well, we're trying to change those perceptions." Can you? We have drones. They're this big. They fly into places and kill people. And you're telling me this? We got to send like an elaborate group of undercover women to save these girls? I don't know if that's true. And especially in, against ISIS and the Taliban, where the women don't have any power. If they're all women, who the hell's going to speak for them? In that society, won't the men be bossing them around? Won't that happen? Won't the men just roll in and say, yeah, we told you were going to do X, Y, and Z. But we changed our mind. Go home. Go home to your husbands. Like, couldn't that just happen? There has to be at least one guy in this group. Just for the sake of realism. And that burqa fight is just, it made me laugh. It made me laugh very hard. And if you're gonna do, tough Marine-like women, I'm pretty sure if they were in this battlefield, a lot of them might cut their hair. I mean, this is a liability in combat, And where's the helmet, by the way? Like, shot like this is a little too glamorous. I mean, you're trying to convince me these women are real, and then you put in a shot like this. It doesn't help. And you can't make them all grim. There's always one joker in the group. That's the rule. There's always one dude in the unit's like, ha ha ha. I don't fear death at all. I use comedy to make everybody relax. But secretly, I'm terrified. Like one of those girls should have been in the mix. Not seeing that here. Seeing everybody super good and competent at their job. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'd still probably see it. Just because I like seeing stuff blow up. But I would be watching it ironically. And what's the end? Oh, they rescue the girls, of course. Maybe one of them dies. Maybe. Probably not. Definitely people are going to get shot. But dying, it's about 50-50. Maybe. Maybe some men come to assist on the rescue. Oh, they'll die. Oh, they'll kill. I think they kill men in this trailer. The women, probably not. And that's another thing. Like, if it was all men, I'd promise you at least one or two of them would die, saving their buddies. So, I don't know. I don't think that would happen in a movie like this. I think it would be, might be too uncomfortable for some people, maybe. But who is this movie for? I always ask this question. Who is the movie for? Well, if you're in the military, I mean, you're probably going, oh, that's not, I mean, like, well, no matter what military movie it is, 99% of the time, military guys are going to look at it and go, no, that's not the way things work. But, all right. Get past that. That's not a huge audience, although it's an audience. I don't think women want to see an action movie. Maybe a handful of feminists want to see it because it all stars women, but I don't think so. So this is a movie that's aimed at men. It's an action movie. I kind of think the men are going to look at it and go, I'm not really, feeling this. You know what I mean? Like, they're not feeling like it's realistic, and these girls aren't hot enough that they're just going to go, ooh, I'll watch this movie. Like, you got to pick your lane. The lane is, we're going to make this super realistic. You got to come correct. You can't have a shot like this. You got to have real. I mean, like Gina Carano, if you've ever seen her, and Ronda Rousey, and these ex MMA fighters, they look good and they're women, but they also look like they could punch your head off. That girl there, I think I would pin her arms to her side and throw her down a well if I was a terrorist. Like, what is she gonna do? She looks like a waif to me. You know, get some girls with bulk on them at least. At least one of them, at least one should be like a monster. Like one of these bodybuilder girls who has got way too many muscles and then puts on a bunch of makeup and a hot outfit and tries to look hot. Like one of them. One that's like a head taller than all the other girls should have been in this. Like, you know, and they call her like, I don't know, Moose or something. Like someone like that needed to be in the squad. Not a bunch of actresses that just like, all right, put on this uniform and look tough. That's not enough. And if it's aimed at men, either make it, you might as well have the girls running around in bikinis and make it hilarious, or you gotta give us something. Guys follow military stuff. Even I do, and I'm not like a military guy at all. I kind of know some stuff just because I'm like, oh, that's a C-16 or whatever. Like, you can't go this off the mark, in my view. And is that a real thing? Like, okay, they need, the NGOs or whatever they're called need to be 60% women, and that's the only way they'll get them in the country. Something's off about that too. Now that I think about it, because these are Arab countries where, again, all the men are in charge. So, not really sure what's going on here. So make it realistic, more realistic, or just go nuts and don't even care. You know, just make this the most ballsy action movie ever, and then I'm fine with it. Because then I don't care. Okay, it's totally unrealistic, but oh, the action looks awesome. Like, nothing looks awesome. It looks okay. It's like you're trying to be serious. She's in the shower going, oh, I don't know if I could do this. Like, that's not, no, it's not working. It's not working, skinny waif. It's gotta be, you gotta have someone who's kind of a beast, for a woman at least. Somebody who looks like, oh man, she is built, you know? It's the only way it's gonna like come across as, like if you had someone like Alan Ritchson, right, who plays Reacher, he's like, I think he's 6'1", 6'2", something like that. Like if you found a girl who was that big, that tall, and she was muscled, or even if she wasn't muscled up, but like, you know, toned, and then she was like a head taller than some of the guys, yeah, then you'd be like, just the height would give you the sense of, oh wow, yeah, she's gonna crush these guys, because her height makes her more formidable. But if it's just gonna be wafy women sneaking around, well then you got to do the sneaky thing. They got to be like quietly assassinating people and hiding weapons underneath their burqas, kind of thing. You can't, these girls can't bully anybody, I think. Anyhow, that's just my impression of the trailer. Many of you are now very, very angry. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on the green site, the orange site, and the black site for more videos. I will also be at the 13th Child Brewery tomorrow from 11 to 2 for the Harvest Festival. And then on Sunday, I will be in Tom's River for the Tom's River Jersey Shore Collectible Show from 10 to 4 in the Elks Lodge. Then at 7, we'll be doing a live stream here. And then more stuff on Monday. Hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.